Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The big day has finally arrived. For the first time in 6 years, the Ultimate Scream promo comes back to Ultimate Team today in FC26. And just like all those years ago, these cards are going to have 99 stats, a part of their live upgrades at certain points. We're going to discuss everything related to Ultimate Scream today, especially the very hyped Pogba player pick SBC between that center attack and mid version and the CDM version. But that's not the only SBC we're looking forward to today. There's allegedly our first exchange SBC of the year that may help us in crafting all of this content that is coming out that we need fodder for. We're going to take a look at that today, and also allegedly some big evolutions. Player prices, kind of like Rashford last week, are really starting to go up on the market as there's a lot of rumors starting to form about Evos maybe coming today, maybe coming during this weekend of Ultimate Scream, and all of this content is going to move the market and hopefully make us some coins too. But we're going to talk about what's definitely going to be a very up and down market day today, guys. If you're excited for Ultimate Scream, drop a thumbs up on the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, really quickly, yesterday, Thursday, brought us some pretty big content as well in terms of SBCs. Guys, League SBCs are back. The premium mixed leagues upgrade and the regular mixed league upgrade SBCs are here with tradable and untradeable packs both. Now, I've actually gone through this this SBC 2 times, and it gives 2 tradable packs right here, the Jumbo Gold and the Prime Electrum, and then 3 untradables with these 2 and the group reward. It's not that hard to get done. It's just hard to get Libertadores and Sudamericana cards. They are all selling on the market right now. If we go and take a look, and if you go and look in your club, if you don't plan on doing any of those League SBCs, then you can sell these cards. But I would honestly at least tell you to try 1 round of them. Like, try going through 1 round of those SBCs just to see who you can pack. All Libertadores cards right now are around 1,400 coins. Even the bronzes and the Sudamericana cards are right in that same wheelhouse, somewhere right around 1,000 coins. The silvers and the golds sell for more. Guys, bronze pack method is cooking right now because all these Sudamericana and Libertadores cards are selling. So either check your club or go ahead and do the SBC with those cards that you may have. It's making people a ton of coins to be trading with those cards, but these packs are doing a number to the market. Of course, you can see here it's about 30,000 coins to complete the premium mixed leagues upgrade. Honestly, though, you can get this SBC done for a lot less than that. We'll talk about this more over the weekend as we have more time to discuss it, because this is a pack grind that you can spend maybe 10 to 15K on to get this Libertadores section done and do the rest of this from your club very easily by getting packs from other places, and you can end up having some really solid packs for not a lot of coins. You get some tradable packs, of course, back, and it's just the repetitiveness of these SBCs, even spending a little bit of coins on them every time. It's the times that you do it over and over and over that potentially can make you some profit. So one of the ways you can get those League SBCs done a lot quicker is with the daily upgrades that EA dropped yesterday. This was leaked ahead of time, and now they're here. And guys, these are a must complete every single day. They refresh. I think they all can be completed 3 times a day. The daily bronze, which requires 1 bronze, and you get a whole bronze pack back. A daily silver, which is the same thing. You turn in 1 silver, you get a whole bunch of them back. And the daily common gold and the daily rare gold upgrades. This is different for the gold upgrades. Last year, we just had 1. We have 1 for the commons and 1 for the golds. You can pack, by the way, Team of the Week cards from these, because some Team of the Weeks have a bronze base or a silver base or even a common gold base. You can pack them from these packs. These are insane. You must do them. You must stock your club up with these players every single day. It's going to set you up for success for silver tournaments in the future and other SBCs. Like when Icon SBCs start coming out, you're going to have bronze rares in your club just from doing this. So we're going to talk about the League SBC grind a little bit more during the weekend, as there will definitely be some people on Twitter posting some very helpful guides. I'm not a League SBC fiend, to be 100% honest, but I think I'm going to do more of it now because of the way that these look and how grindable this is to not only make coins, but guys, you know, if you're just constantly ripping packs on this game, you're just giving yourself more chances to pack insane stuff, and those League SBCs do give you a great opportunity to do that. Now, with bronze pack method being very viable right now, one of the things that you're seeing is a lot of these bronze packs are doing is supplying managers. If you go take a look at like the French managers on the market, they're down a lot because a ton of people are opening bronze packs, and maybe French managers could be a bit of a commodity that's needed today because of the Pogba SBC. So that's one thing to watch out for. But also, guys, look at silvers. With the tradable packs that are being given out from League SBCs, silvers have tanked. El Yamik was extinct at 10,000 coins. Of course, the silver tournaments are winding down. He's now down to 5,000 coins. So lack of demand for the tournaments and more supply from those tradable packs are meaning that a lot of silver prices are going down. We don't have our next silver tournament lined up yet, but that is just something to kind of keep an eye on. If you want to stock your club with silvers that went up a whole lot this last week when the silver tournaments were going, that'd be a very smart thing to do right now as well. So that's a whole grind SBC menu situation that we have going right now. Like I said, we're going to talk about that more during the weekend. Maybe the biggest news from yesterday's content was the new patch. I did not expect it to drop that early. Like when EA says they're dropping a patch soon this year, it's like dropping the next day. And I do like that, but this caused a whole lot of different opinions and a whole lot of divide among the community yesterday about how people are receiving this patch. I played a bunch of games in Division Rivals yesterday, and I felt like I was in a very good place to review pre-patch and post-patch because I stayed up to play Rivals to get rewards yesterday to save them for content drop today, and I played, of course, after that. And guys, in the Division 4 stage that we are right now, I'm almost to Division 3, I felt like this new patch definitely did buff the jockeying, which I was kind of a fan of. Defending feels a lot more fun now than it did before, and not as, I don't know, it feels more effective, but it also doesn't feel overpowered. I think it was a good boost to jockeying, and that's probably the biggest thing that I noticed from this patch. Also, R1 is definitely nerfed, but I don't have a problem with that personally because I'm not somebody who's using a lot of those R1 dribble, you know, not spam, but I'm not using the R1 dribble too much. I know there's a lot of people that were, and they were very unhappy about this. It's probably the biggest amount of frustration that people have with this, and I do understand why there's frustration because, again, one of the things EA said earlier this summer to us when we were at EA in Vancouver, they said that they really liked where dribbling was at, and they didn't want to decrease dribbling. They wanted to, like, increase defending if there were to be a need for that later on in the year, but here we are with them doing a little bit of decrease just to the R1 dribbling. So left stick dribbling, by the way, does not feel changed at all to me. It still feels very good. Passing feels insane. So to be honest, I think the jockey boost was very good, and I think the game still is very similar to what it was before. It's still way better than FC25. I've seen people on Twitter saying that it's not as good or it's worse than FC25. I would 100% disagree with that, but you know, everybody plays this game a little bit different, so you're going to have different opinions. Now, what's not an opinion and it's fact is prices of Technical Plus R1 dribbling players have crashed. Bonmati was 400,000 coins yesterday, and she is now down to 300K. I kind of don't understand how, like, why these cards are dropping this much, because this is still one of the best midfielders in the game. Just because her playstyle plus is not as overpowered as it was, it's still usable, just not as overpowered. She's dropped 100K. Guys, she's one of the best, if not the best, box-to-box playmaker CMs in the game. I bought her card yesterday. I'm losing coins on it a little bit right now, but with the incisive ping, tiki-taka, low-driven, first touch, inventive, she's an insane card. So that's one of the biggest things you're seeing is like Tech Plus players like the Lamine Yamal, even some of the icons and promo cards that are Technical Plus have dropped down a lot in value. And other players have started to go up, like Koundé with Jockey Plus, and other defenders with Jockey Plus have started to rise. And also some other defenders like VVD and some other midfielders like Puteus and other players have started to go up because I think people who are using those Tech Plus players are buying new cards to kind of replace who they used to have in their team. Puteus is not up as much as he was at the moment, but that was one of the biggest things that we saw yesterday before the content drop was a big market crash in those Tech Plus players. But the rest of the market actually did pretty well. If you go take a look at some of the out-of-pack special cards that have been dropping all week as people have been panic selling before this Ultimate Screen promo. A card like this Ugo Ekitike, he was 190,000 coins, and he was just up at 220. So a lot of the market rebounded yesterday with the new patch. People wanted to get on and try it out and get into the game. Now, the market's going to move a lot today, and let's talk about that next, guys. Ultimate Scream is finally here. That's really what we're here and what we're excited about today. The new promo returning after 6 years. It's looking pretty good. I will say that. There is definitely a content overload with this promo compared to what we have had with ratings reload. And again, as we've looked at already for the past couple of days, we've known this. We have the official Ultimate Scream team fully leaked already with all the official stats. This is the team of players including Mbumo, Rafael Leao. We got Thomas Muller and Tella, the center attacking mid Crouch. Of course, the top tier insane Vinny, Kimmich with Jockey Plus is going to be even more valuable now. The Di Natale, the Hamsik, the Debinha, and then lots of great cards down here on the lower levels too. Now, this Compost card just had this leak in hot off the press. He's a striker. This is a 5'6" goalkeeper that's actually going to play striker in game. He might be kind of good. I know those stats aren't that great, but 5'6" with 88 dribble and press proven kind of reminds you of like a Julian Alvarez type card. Hopefully he's pretty cheap and it might just be a fun card to use in game. But this team looks solid, and yesterday it was confirmed after the loading screen teased it and after the EA employees were of course taking some shots at the leakers like we talked about yesterday. It was confirmed that these Ultimate Scream cards are not only going to get Roll Plus and Roll Plus Plus boosts, they're going to get temporary 99 stat boosts as well on each of the 2 days where they get Roll Plus boosts. So on November 5th and on December 12th, they are going to have 99 in one face stat lasting for an entire week. But it's going to be random, allegedly. It's a temporary boost. So for all of these players, let's say Debinha, for example, as an 89 rated card, she is going to get a 99 rated stat in one area. If it goes to pace, her card's going to explode in price. If it goes to shooting, that would still be pretty good. If it goes to defending, then it's not going to move that much. That makes all of these cards, it just throws me back to FIFA 19 when this happened last time. It makes all these cards investable. We're going to want to invest in every single player from this team, even if they are super cheap. We're going to want to put one in the club because you never know. Maybe this Cabal, maybe this Pablo Fornals, or this Danny Da Costa, FIFA legend, would get 99 pace as one of his first upgrades or 99 defense and would make his card absolutely outstanding in game. You're going to want to invest in these players this week. These cards are going to have extra demand because of that, and we're going to have to watch their prices closely for the next month plus in this game because of those boosts that are going to come out. Absolutely love it. Ultimate Scream with the cards and packs brings that extra level of hype today with the 99 rated boost. Now, of course, this also makes sense for the SBCs, and this is going to bring more hype for the big Paul Pogba SBC that is coming today. That means that each of these two Paul Pogba cards would have a chance to get a 99 stat boost in a certain area, and it makes it even more interesting to think about if you're going to choose the Cam Pogba or the CDM Pogba, and that is the card we're getting today, guys. It has been confirmed already. The other cards on here are official stats as well. They're all SBCs that will be coming soon. Lewis Skelly might be an objective. That was kind of tweeted out today earlier, but it's all about the Pogba today, guys. The price, again, we have to try to guess the price. How much is this card going to cost? If Busquets is 400k with icon chemistry, Paul Pogba has the playstyle pluses, the 99 stat potential, the return of Pogba in this game. I gotta imagine it's around the same price, but I hope it's a little cheaper. I really don't know what EA is gonna do with this, guys. Fodders is expensive right now. Prices are up, so that really lends itself to maybe feeling like this SBC could be a little bit overpriced, but we're just gonna have to see. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is not the only SBC that we're expecting today. We are also expecting, as Foot Police tweeted out yesterday, the 85 to 87 Rare Gold Player Pack as an SBC. And the way that he explains this is basically an exchange, not the same way of exchanges that we had in the previous 2 years where you would turn in gold cards to get a pack, or you would turn in a high rated card like the 89 exchange and one 89 rated player, or like last year was a couple 89 rated players to get back a pack with more players in it. This is kind of the opposite. Instead of turning your fodder into a lot of players, you're turning in your lower rated fodder and lower rated players into a bit of higher rated fodder. So it's kind of a flip-flop of an exchange. you're turning in players for an 85 to 87 pack. There's also a pack in the code that's an 85 to an 89. And Foot Police mentioned that he doesn't know how many times we're going to be able to do this SBC, and he does guess that it would be limited. But still, this would be a way that we could grind some fodder in the menus with SBCs. It all just depends on the price. How much are we going to have to turn in for one of these exchange type packs, the 85 to 87? Now, he did mention below here that it does not require an 84 team. That's very nice. I hope it doesn't require, personally, more than like 4 or 5 cards. If there's going to be some rating requirements in here with this, we don't know. And that's one of my biggest questions for today is how is this exactly going to play out and how is this going to look? But that's very nice for crafting SBCs like Pogba, like the Icon pack. Maybe if you still want to do the Busquets that is out right now, and of course, all the other leaked SBCs that are incoming over the next couple of days, like the Jordi Alba. That's his official card, by the way. His SBC is coming tomorrow on Saturday with the 89 Paces Hullet Gang, by the way. Hullet Gang stats, 88 dribble, 86 pass with Tiki Taka plus. Rolfo's card looks pretty good, but no playstyle plus. Phil Foden has no playstyle plus either, but has some really good stats. So those are SBCs that are upcoming, and man, are we going to need a lot of fodder for it. Now, let's talk about fodder just a little bit more, because that's probably one of the biggest questions a lot of you guys may have is, when do I need to sell my fodder? As expected, 88s and all of the fodder, honestly, are up further in price. Guys, 88s are almost 18,000 coins. Again, as I said yesterday, we got 2 options with this. Number 1, we can sell in the hype before the packs get open. Today, there's going to be a big pack spam opening right after the content drop for Ultimate Scream today. I do think it's a good time to sell fodder. If you want to take the safe cash, it'll give you coins to go invest in other areas or buy your team. But I do believe fodder can go up even further next week. But like I mentioned, I do think we're going to see some supply at content today, and everything that is in packs should probably drop a little bit in price. Like, again, would 88s go back down to 14,000 coins? Probably not. That'd be a huge drop. But could they go back down to like 16K or maybe 15.5? That's possible, because the number of packs that are going to be open today is definitely going to be a lot. But let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about the market. With all these saved up packs that probably you and I have stocked up right now, we're ready to open. Sure, a lot of them are untradeable, but some of them are tradable as well. Some weekend league reward packs that you maybe have, some rivals rewards packs that you maybe have, and maybe some people are going to even spend on FC points today on packs that are going to be in the store. That's going to bring some supply to the market. And in the first 15 to 30 minutes after the content drop today, combined with the Pogba SBC hype, whatever the exchange SBC thing is, whatever Evos we have, that's probably going to create a drop in the market in just about everything, because everybody's going to be focused for the first 10, 15 to 30 minutes on just ripping packs, seeing the new promo cards, seeing the new SBC, and it's just going to probably bring the market down a lot in that first 15 to 30 minutes. I think that is going to be the buy time for a lot of your meta cards from teams. If it's somebody like Lamine Yamal, if it's somebody like Bonmati, Koundé, Rafinha, Gyökeres, those higher rated cards that a lot of people maybe are still waiting to buy for their teams from earlier this week, once they get coins from opening packs, once they get the fodder, once they do the SBC they want to do or start the Evo they want to start, what's next? Foot Champs and the Friday night bubble that we've seen every single Friday night on every single week of this game so far. So I kind of think that's how the meta cards are going to roll on today on the market. They're going to dip, then they're going to go up. We could have some panic selling, by the way, before the content drop today, especially on your out of packs cards. I doubt a lot of people are going to be buying stuff. The market is up, as we mentioned, a little bit from yesterday. Lauren James is 400,000 coins. She was like as low as, 375 average buy now yesterday. Her lowest buy price was 328. So she's up a good bit as these cards from Team 2 of Ratings Reload are about to go out of packs. I would imagine that these cards do drop off a bit more heading into content today. And then after content, you should see that dip and then that rise. So I think that's your time to buy your team. But once again, once the weekend league rewards, once the Foot Champs rewards start to hit to the market after, 3 to 4 hours after the content drop, you're probably not going to want to hold on to too much after that. So you'll probably want to buy your team and then sell it when you're done with Foot Champs. are the Scream card packs are already here in rewards. There you can see for 10 wins, max 87 pack, 25,000 coins, and the same rewards that we have been having. EA said in those patch notes that they finally released the article on yesterday. There's no changes to Champs rewards. There are going to be changes to Division Rivals rewards, more coins, and more tradable packs like we discussed in yesterday's video. So today's going to be a great day to make coins, and buying cards in that first 30 minutes after the content drop, I think, is going to be a great place to go. I will say, be careful buying anything that's lower rated, like 82, 83 rated and below. Even if it's a meta card that has some value, maybe that's okay, like a Van de Ven, right? But like, for other cards, just be very careful. Try to focus on more of the higher rated cards, the middle tier to top tier cards that people are actually going to be building in their teams with, especially that we're now over a month into the game and people may not be using cards like that Chiesa that we just scrolled past a little bit ago. Try to not be investing in those low rated cards because they're just going to get packed a whole lot more and there's not going to be as much demand for those. So that's kind of how I'm feeling the market's going to kind of work today. Dropping into content, huge kind of like a cliff drop off right after content, and then hopefully a nice rebound into the bubble, and then we'll see the Friday night drop into Saturday like we do every single week. Now, the last part of content that we just don't know about yet is evolutions. What is EA going to do with evolutions? As we saw and as we scrolled past in one of these tweets from Foot Police, he said there are 4 good evolutions that are about to get dropped in this game, and he hasn't explicitly talked about them yet, but he's hinting here. We have some Bombazo percentage left for the evolutions, and maybe as you've even seen us scrolling by some cards here in Flippin', you notice that a lot of cards have increased in price for evolutions, namely Kamavinga, Doku, Tchouaméni, and Rashford once again. If you go to the Market Index 100 actually and scroll down to take a look at what cards have risen up the most in the last 24 hours, those are the 3 right there that stand above the rest. Kamavinga, Tchouaméni, and Doku. Guys, this feels like the Rashford situation from last week all over again. There's an Evo that has kind of been leaked, but it's not been leaked by Foot Police or one of like the main leakers. That does say it's going to fit Doku. They say it's more of a chain Evo sort of thing, but as you can see on the market, it is already invested in, and these cards are going to the moon. That's why I kind of compare it to the Rashford situation of last week, and that's why I say, as always, you're going to want to sell in the hype. You do not want to hold on to a card like Doku. This dude's 12,000 coins. Yesterday, before all of this happened, he was 4K. He's crazy up in price. Make sure you sell in the hype, man. We learned from Rashford last week, even though Rashford's Evo was sick, what happens if this Evo for Doku is only a chain evolution and it's not an insane one? What's going to happen? Well, he could drop off even worse than the Rashford card did last week. Of course, that story once again. So just be careful with those. Sell those into the hype. But we're really waiting to see what Evo leaks we do have. Watch Foot Police today on Twitter. He's probably going to be leaking those in the hours leading up to the content drop. And sell in the hype once again, I will say that. Last thing I want to mention is another SBC that's probably not today, but it's upcoming, is an icon player pick. Now, this is exactly like the hero pick, where it's the same 3 icons that are in the same player pick that you get to choose from. So it's just like this match day hero pick for the heroes. It's going to be that way for the icons as well. We're expecting that, I think, on Sunday this weekend. We'll just have to see what the leakers have to say about that. But add that to the list of yet another SBC that we are going to need fodder for. So I hope that whatever these exchange pack 85 to 87 and 85 to 89 packs that they bring out today, I hope it gives us the opportunity and the ability to really craft some fodder, because I'm ready, man. With the Busquets, with the Pogba, it's going to be so hyped today. Probably with Pogba, be very careful with center mids and CDMs today, center attacking mids too, just because you're going to have a lot of people that are going to look to this Pogba to replace whoever they have in their team. They're going to go for one of these new cards. Some of these cards, like this Reinders, is actually up. Like, he was 600k or below that in the last couple of days, and now he's 645,000 coins. So sell a card like that today, just to be careful, and just be wary of cards on the market in that position, center mid, CDM, cam, because they probably will be dropping a bit more today due to the Pogba SBC. But it's going to be an absolute movie today, guys. I hope all the content is well received. I hope EA don't mess anything up, but you never know, because it is EA Sports. Anyways, we are going to be streaming it all live today. If you want to come check it out, we'll be here live on YouTube. We'll be live on Twitch as well. We do have a few packs, nothing crazy, but we got a couple of packs to test our luck for this Ultimate Screen promo today. And of course, I did save the 87 plus pack from the Silver League, just because, like, technically, I think Peter Crouch is packable from this today because he's a promo hero. Regular heroes would not be packable from this, but as we know, promo heroes and icons are different. They have a different pack weight, they're treated differently, and they're more packable. That's a fact. Promo heroes and icons are more packable than base regular icon versions of those cards or hero versions of those cards. So I'm going to save that pack for today and just see what happens. But it's an exciting promo Friday, guys. The first really big promo Friday of the year, besides like the first weekend and the first drop of the game. And of course, we got to say this, good luck with the first FUT champs after this new patch. Good luck with that and all the rewards that we'll be chasing this weekend. Anyways, drop by the stream today. We're going to have a lot of fun trading, watching the content, and just vibing on FC26 on our Friday night, guys. If you're excited for the promo today, drop a thumbs up on the video. Hype the video if you haven't already. Comment down below if you have any questions. And, of course, subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys in the stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Friday. Peace out.